Hey guys, it's Kevin and Frank from Cruising with Wheels, and today we're going to take you through the embarkation process that you're going to go through to get on that great cruise you selected.
So, like you said, we're going to talk about the embarkation process, and we're going to give you some tips on making your embarkation day go a little smoother. But you know, it all begins at home, right?
It's not just, I'm here at the port.
Nope. So let's talk a little bit about embarkation first. So the first step you need to do, no matter what cruise line you go on, is much like an airport or a flying process, you have to check in. So I will go online when they send me the email that says you can now check in.
Oh, wow.
And it's a whole bunch of information that you have to fill out. Your name, address, phone number, your passport numbers, what identification you're bringing.
Next of kin to notify.
Next of kin to notify.
I remember that one, emergency notification.
So you need to complete the check-in process, print your luggage tags, right?
Absolutely.
And we always suggest 2 sets, right?
Yes, we do.
One on the luggage,
That's right.
one in the carry-on.
So check out Frank's packing series for that tip.
Now, once we've done all that, and we're, we flew there, we got
Wait a
cab,
minute. Did you forget the most important part?
What?
Most important part, not only your luggage tags did you print out.
Oh, your boarding pass.
Oh my gosh, the most important piece of paper of your e-docs you need to have with you.
Your boarding pass.
Your boarding passes, absolutely.
So now you've printed your boarding passes and you've printed your luggage tags. You've flown there.
We're down to the airport, we hopped on the plane.
They don't need to know all that.
Here we go, quick, get the transportation. Oh, we're at the port terminal. That was fast.
So people want to know, is the security the same as airport security?
Yeah.
And it kind of is, but it kind of isn't.
Well, nothing gets on that cruise ship unless it's scanned.
Right.
Whether
so
it's
everything gets scanned, but they don't have a 311 liquid rule.
No, they don't.
So basically when you get to the port, you get in line. And you
we handed our luggage to the porters outside.
Right.
We usually, here you go, please take the giant 28-inch, and they take it, they put it on a trolley, and they take it through, and they scan it before all of that luggage boards. We usually roll in and get in line with our little carry-on and our little tote bags, but we also have to go through a scanner. Whatever tote bag.
You have to go through a metal detector and a scanner. Then you go up to the counter and you want to be showing your, you have to show your boarding pass and your passport and your driver's license, and you'll need your credit card, and that's where they'll take your picture for your sail and sign card or C-Pass.
Whatever they call it.
Different names. And then you wait for your boarding to be called.
Yeah, you go sit down and you relax, and they'll tell you where to go, where to sit. In our case, because I'm in a wheelchair, we go to a handicap area with the other guests that are in scooters and wheelchairs, and because we get wheelchair assist to board the ship. But, whether they give you a section number, if you're called by, where you're in section number, 2 or A or B or whatever. However it works.
So the next thing people want to know is about food. Is there food in the terminal? And are there bathrooms in the cruise terminal? And bathrooms is a no-brainer. There'll be bathrooms in the cruise terminal. It's where you get to food that is questionable, and it's going to depend on your cruise line. And we're not going to go into who has food and who doesn't. All we're going to say is that some of the cruise lines we've traveled on have had food, and some of them haven't. I have never seen in a cruise terminal anywhere a restaurant.
No.
It's not like an airport.
No.
But some of the cruise lines will offer, some juice and coffee and maybe some nibbly things. Some don't.
But pack some snacks in your little tote bag because you may be sitting there waiting and waiting to get on. I mean, if you're a part of a group, that's in a place, the port terminal is mobbed, and you're like, oh my God, I got to get on. Oh my God, have a little snack with you. Never travel anywhere without some snacks in your bag.
So another question that is a big one is, will I have to carry my suitcases with me onto the cruise? And like he said earlier, you don't have to. We give our checked baggage, whatever we've checked with the airline.
The big one.
We'll give it to the porters on the exterior of
Right.
the cruise terminal. And we always suggest taking your carry-on with you and having your medications, having a bathing suit, and an extra change of clothes in there.
And that carry-on.
Just in case.
Right, that one cruise, we didn't get our luggage till 10:30 at night because the luggage tag got ripped off and they had to research and find where that giant 28-inch bag, what cabin it belonged to. And that's why we always take with us on board not only my shoulder tote, his backpack has all the electronics in it, but the 21-inch carry-on, because it's happened. People's luggage, one case got dumped in the water.
That was my customer.
Yeah, got dumped in the water. A horrible thing, or just didn't make it on board. And at least you have what we call the emergency, the one extra pair of pants, the one pair of shorts, maybe two sets of shirts and t-shirts each, your pajamas, their toothbrush and all your personal items. That's what goes in that emergency carry-on. So no, we don't give the porters everything before we go in the port terminal.
So we just did not too long ago a video on traveling with kids, and a lot of people say, is there anything special I need to know about traveling with my children on embarkation day? And I think
they won't like the waiting.
The waiting is a lot, so you're going to need to, we suggest bring something entertaining for them to do, keep them occupied.
Whether it's a book.
Make them part of the process.
Many video games that they could play, but keep them occupied because, they're going to be hounding you. When are we going to get on board? Are we going to get on board yet?
Make them part of the, I think I would make them part of the process. And how I would do that is I would have a copy of the boarding pass tucked away in my pocket, but maybe give little Johnny the boarding pass and say, you hold on to this. This is important. That's why I got an extra one in my pocket, so don't look that way.
Oh, okay, an extra one.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like...
I thought I have an extra one tucked in my pocket.
Okay.
Maybe you need to watch this video.
Oh, but you know what? Also, that's a good idea because also we always print out the deck plans.
Yes.
And where everything is, and you can give them and say, here's a copy of the ship's deck plans. Go through it deck by deck and figure out what's where, and maybe you can help us tour the ship because you already have studied it.
Right. Always make sure you have snacks for your kids if you're traveling with them because it's going to be a long day. You want to make sure that you've had a good night's rest, that the kids have had a good night's rest, that you've eaten a good breakfast in the morning.
It's going to be hard if you got up from home that morning and you went right to the airport and it was a whole flight into the port. And so you went through that whole airport process, and now you're going through that whole cruise port terminal process. That's two major events early in the day, as opposed to maybe you flew in a day ahead of time. And so you were in a hotel overnight, and now you're just getting up down to the hotel restaurant for a hearty breakfast, in your transportation, whatever it is, and now you're at the port. So that's up to you. A lot of people, when they travel with children, say, let's do an overnight the night before in a hotel.
We get a question a lot on our channel that surrounds standing. And the question is, if I or one of my traveling companions can't stand for a long period of time, will we still have to wait? The answer is yes.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's got to wait their turn.
Yeah.
There are between 2,000 and as many as 10,000 people boarding these ships.
Depending on your ship,
Depending
whether
on your
it's a
ship.
small ship or a big mega.
So the way that some of these cruise lines are combating this issue is they've come out now with boarding times. So when you do your online check-in, a lot of the cruise lines are now saying you show up at 9,
Right.
these people show up at 10, these people show up at 11,
Right.
these people show up at 12. So there's not as much waiting, and it's working out quite
because
well.
they want to control the crowds. They want to make sure that your boarding experience in the process is not frustrating for you or aggravating, or you're exhausted because you're just waiting there for hours on end, so that they've segmented in these time schedules to get you in and up, in and up.
And I also think that if you have a issue, or someone that you're traveling with has an issue standing, then you should be considering renting a wheelchair to take with you, or a rollator.
Yeah, rollator. Just or just when you get to the terminal, immediately request wheelchair when you get to the terminal, because they have all the wheelchairs in the port terminal.
And keep in mind that the security line moves relatively quickly, and once you get through the security line, the line for check-in moves very quickly, and there are seats and chairs everywhere in that terminal.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of places to sit down. But let's get to some of the meat and potatoes, our little tips that to make your embarkation day a little bit easier. So tip number 1, we've kind of covered some of this stuff
we already
already.
covered, which is fly in a day early.
When you fly in a day early, it takes all the stress away from, oh my God, am I going to land on time?
Right.
Oh my God, once I've landed, I have to hurry up and find my luggage and then get it to the shuttle bus and
Especially if you're traveling, like a lot of times like us, we're traveling during the winter season.
Right.
Bad weather season, and we're worried that we're going to have a snowstorm or an ice storm up here in upstate New York, and the flight's going to be canceled or delayed because we're flying down to Miami or Fort Lauderdale or wherever. So, it's one thing if it's Rochester to New York City to JFK. That's one thing. We go the same day. It's a 45-minute flight. But if it's down to Florida, no, we fly a day early.
So the second thing is get your cash in advance and notify your banks.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to be having to stop at an ATM.
Right.
Or trying to find an ATM.
Pay the fees.
And nobody wants to hand over their credit card only to find that it's been declined because you didn't tell them that you were going on vacation.
Because your bank thinks it's fraud. Because they're like, wait a minute, don't you live in Buffalo? Why is your card being used in, Miami? Fraud.
The third thing that you can do to make your embarkation day a little bit easier is make your reservation plans for your transportation to get to the port ahead of time.
Right. Know how it's all going to go down. Don't do it on the fly, or we'll worry about it when we get there. You need to have a plan. We fly in. This is where we get in. If I'm staying in a hotel, is there a free hotel shuttle from the airport to the hotel? And the next day, is there a shuttle from the hotel to the port? And a lot of times there are, and it's a really small nominal fee.
The fourth thing you can do is know what time embarkation starts for your ship and what time it ends. These are very important times because you need to be on that ship in that allotted time frame. Nobody wants to miss their cruise.
Oh, Lord. No.
It wouldn't be pretty.
Right.
The fifth thing you can do is you can show up early or you can show up late.
Like us, we're the early ones. We usually get to the port about 10 a.m., 10:30 at the latest. I mean, we're there when guests are still coming off of the previous cruise.
It depends on when our embarkation starts, is when we show up.
But we generally are there early. And if we have to wait outside and we're meeting people,
then we do it.
And then we do it. And when we see that they're allowing people into the port terminal, we're already there.
Now,
and then it's otherwise they're like, maybe you just want to wait to the end,
right?
And be the later ones because you missed that giant middle of the road crowd. Yeah.
But number 5, that's showing up early or late. It's kind of changing across the industry. So it's kind of a general rule of thumb. Don't be mad at us if you show up and they won't let you in because your boarding time says 11:30, because some of them are very, very strict on those boarding times.
They really are trying to control the crowds.
The 7th is, no, I didn't talk about the 6th.
Oh, gosh.
The 6th is be a VIP.
Oh, that's always nice.
Or you can buy your way to being a VIP.
Like Carnival.
Like Carnival has faster to the
That's
fun.
Right.
MSC, you can buy a yacht club experience, which is like being platinum or black or a higher tier.
So you pay that extra money to get expedited through onto the ship.
So yeah, you either pay or you've already been with the cruise line and earned it, like us.
In terms of status, right.
The 7th would be bring a change of clothes, a jacket, and a hat. Now, it's not always a must to bring a jacket and a hat, but we always say bring an extra change of clothes.
Bring something that you'll be able to either dress yourself to either take off if you're warm.
Layers.
Right, or be able to put on if you're cold. Because you could be sitting in the port terminal and be freezing. I know you might be in Miami, but maybe the air conditioner is so cranked up in the terminal that you're shaking. So be prepared, dress in layers.
And that brings us to number 8, which is be prepared.
Yeah.
We're always saying be prepared, but number 8 is prepare for queues.
Yes.
Prepare for lines.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody wants to be irritated the day that you're getting on a cruise ship. You're all excited and you just want to get on, but so does everyone else.
Right. You're not the only one boarding the ship. You're boarding with thousands of other people. So as my British friends would say, you need to queue up properly and have a good attitude and, stay in line and don't get irritated and don't irritate others.
Number 9 is have your official documents in order. When we say official documents in order, we mean you have out in your hand when you're going through security and when you're at the check-in line, your passport, your boarding pass, your credit card, or cash that you're going to be funding your Sail and Sign card with. You need everything in your hand ready. It will speed up the process for you and for the person behind you. And if the person ahead of you has followed our instructions and watched this video, it will speed it up for you. So if everybody is prepared, the process of getting on the ship is quicker, easier, and less hassle.
Right. Nobody wants to be behind you, or you don't want to be behind someone who's going, hold on, and they're going through their purse or their tote bag, and, oh, I can't find my passport. Honey, do you have it? And, on and on. It's like, no. I mean, I usually have everything in my hands because Kevin's pushing me in my wheelchair, so I've got everything, and I'm ready to go like this. Here you go.
And that speaks to our tip number 10, which is know where your documents are. Okay? So it sounds like common sense, but we have seen it so many times in the terminal.
Some people, I just don't know how they make it through the day from their home to their job, let alone from home to the airport to a cruise ship. They seem so flighty and so la, and they don't even know what's going on.
Number 11 is don't try to smuggle contraband on the ship. Come on, guys. Come on, really.
Don't embarrass yourself.
Yeah, don't embarrass yourself. Don't embarrass your family. You don't need to smuggle on liquor. You don't need to smuggle on fireworks or a drone or knives or guns
or weed or drugs or whatever it is you're hiding and wherever it, you know.
If it says that it's not allowed on the cruise ship's website, don't bring it. Leave it at home.
Right.
You're only going to make yourself miserable and everybody else that's with you.
Right, because you know what's going to happen? Sorry, you're not getting on.
You don't want to be told that you're not going to be able to board, and they're going to keep your money.
Right, and so don't blame the cruise line now because you're not going to get a refund, because that's all on you.
Now, number 12, I know we skip a lot, but it's also a tip we have for you about skipping too. So number 12 is be ready for the embarkation photo. We generally choose not to take them because we've been on so many cruises and they're kind of all the same.
But they're going to have a setup.
But please, for God's sakes, be polite if you don't want to take it. We've seen people actually go, no, and push the photographer out of the way. Yeah. Guess what? You're on the cruise for the next 7 days with that person.
God, that one lady was like, no, be gone, be gone.
Oh, and you know what the photographer did that rest of that cruise? I don't know if you remember, but he followed her around everywhere he would see her and he would start taking her picture or say, oh, can I take your picture? Just to irritate her.
I mean, how rude.
Really.
Be gone.
Really.
What does she think she was exorcising a demon out of someone's body? Be gone, be gone.
Now, number 13 is to pack and bring a lightweight carry-on with essentials. We've talked about it before, but we can't impress upon you enough.
The key word, essentials.
Essentials. Yeah. So medication, snacks,
grooming,
and a change of clothes.
Things that you really don't want to lose or can't afford to lose.
Now, number 14, again, seems like common sense, but over and over again we've heard it when we have been standing in line at check-in, and that is know your cabin number. You booked this cruise.
Right.
You should know what your cabin
pass.
number is. Well, it's not always on your boarding pass.
Oh my God.
Some of the cruise lines do not have it on your boarding pass because if you lose your boarding pass, then somebody can't pick it up and say...
Well, you know what? Then I'm glad I type it up on my my port schedule and itinerary that we bring with us.
But know your cabin number, and you know why we say that. There's a reason why we say that. Your cabin number is never printed on your sail and sign card. So once you get on that ship, you have now handed over your boarding pass that may or may not have had your cabin number on it, right? So what are you going to do when you get on the ship and you don't know what cabin number you are?
What if I forgot?
I think I'm going to start sewing it in your underwear.
No. I think I'm going to have to write it on my hand or my wrist if I forget what cabin we're in.
And number 15 is a big secret, so don't tell anybody else, because what Frank and I do is avoid the buffet at all costs.
Yeah, people get on board the ship and they immediately run to the buffet going, woohoo, let's load up. Let me tell you, it's dog eat dog. It's like a scene out of Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. 2,000 in and only one survives. It is crazy in the buffet. And we go to, like, if we're on NCL, we go to the local.
The local, Oceans
is the other name for the local.
Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville, a restaurant.
Go to one of the restaurants. Do a sit.
There will be a listing of what is open on that day. And if there isn't a listing or you can't find it, ask someone and they will tell you where you can eat. But try to avoid the buffet.
Gosh. Yeah, buffet's crazy.
Yeah. So I hope that's been helpful. And if it has been helpful, we ask that you share this video. You can share it on Facebook. You can share it on Cruise Critic. share it with your friends and family. In addition, we have a Facebook,
Right.
an Instagram,
Twitter.
Snapchat, Twitter.
And Twitter.
You can share this video on Twitter too. How about that?
My mother says, the Twitter.
We want to remind everybody to hit the subscribe button.
That's right. I know you enjoy the videos, hopefully, but become a regular subscriber and hit that subscribe button and click on that little bell next to it, and you'll get automatic notifications every time we upload a video and it goes live, usually every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday morning. I'm doing a PSA announcement.
I was just thinking that. You sound like a PSA. I love it. We hope that you all have a wonderful cruise, and we hope that this video has helped you ease a little bit of your embarkation anxiety.
That's right, because it's Embarkation Day could set the tone for the entire cruise. And let it be a good one.
And we want to remind you to always
travel safe
and cruise often.